Next after that would be Lisa Casella.
Afternoon, Mayor, council members. I have a brief statement I'd like to read to you, and then I'll entertain any criticisms or questions afterwards. I don't see any glasses very often. Okay, first I'd like to say that I might be one of the only spokespersons here, but I know I'm representing the majority. I would start off by saying, whatever happened to majority rules? If I'm not mistaken, that's how all of you got elected. As Brad Brower stated in the last meeting, 90% of those at that interim meeting we had with the PD wanted the city to regulate cab fares as they are. The 10% that don't either doesn't have to pay taxes because they're on work visas, or those that just plain don't pay them, period. Apparently the only part of the responsibility, you only want part of this responsibility, not all of it. What is the problem with taking on all of the issues with city taxes? Also, if you don't want to deal with the weapons issue and the taxis, I am here to tell you it'd be a huge error in judgment to allow weapons in taxis. It is apparent you only want to control every aspect of the city taxes except for the issues that are the most important to the drivers and the owners. I would say to you, get out of it all together and see what you end up with. If you would like to have some relief on the taxi cab rates, I would suggest maybe 50 cents off the startup meter from $3.50 to $3, which is a huge loss overall to the owners and the drivers. Not to mention, we don't have enough as far as people who take off running, people who don't have enough money, and I know we can't go to the gas pumps and get that kind of relief, 50-cent discount on a gallon of gas. Which brings me to the insurance. You want to raise our insurance from $250,000 to $500,000. That will result, obviously, in higher premiums. Premiums for the owners and the taxi cabs, owners of the taxi cabs. When and if has the city of Cedar Rapids ever been sued by a taxi cab passenger? We as owners have already had our share of accidents from uninsured motorists, which means we have to pay for all the damages to our taxi cabs. If this isn't already enough, we have to put up with the conditions of some of the city's worst streets. And you got some good ones too, by the way. To name a few, First Avenue Northeast from Cottage to Collins Road, which I'm assuming here in the near future will be taken care of after the sewer and everything else is replaced, utilities. Another extreme condition road is Beaver Avenue Southeast from 19th Street to 34th Street. And I can't imagine those taxpayers that drive that road every day put up with it. The railroad crossing at 9th Street Southwest. All of these streets have been in terrible condition, not just since yesterday, but for years. These are just some of the roads that are traveled often, and others poorly maintained roadways. These types of road conditions cause costly repairs for anyone who drives on these roadways. So that all of you know, the cab business is not a nickel-dime popcorn stand operation. Let me tell you how much money, me personally, has spent as of the end of last month. Most of which the money stay in Cedar Rapids. Gas, $21,600 and some odd dollars. Parts and repairs, $11,000. Cab rent to the office that we have to pay, $13,700. And insurance, $5,000 plus, along with car washes, taxes, and other expenses totaling $6,000, for a total of $57,426.22.
Jim, I'm going to have to interrupt you. Your 5-minute limitation is up.
I got each thing.
No, it's going
Okay.
up now. No, you're past your
I didn't
5
think
minutes, but thank you.
I only had just one more thing.
One more number for us?
No, just one more thing.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Tim Bradshaw is worried about customers being gouged by unscrupulous taxi drivers. In fact, the airport shuttle charges $22 per person to go to Clarion Inn. So if they were to take 4 people, it would be a total of $88, and if they were to take a taxi, it would be about approximately $20. And I thank you.
Thank